What's going down, T Subs and T Squad? So check this out. If I look far away from y'all, it's because I am. I'm trying out some different angles when I decide to come to my kitchen. So yeah, that's all this is. Anywho, y'all ain't come here to talk about that. Drew Sidora recently went on Watch What Happens Live. I told y'all this. He went up there. Went up there with Preston Mitchum from the token gay guy on Summer House Martha's Vineyard or whatever. I think this was last Sunday. And y'all remember the tea talk I did yesterday when she talked about when LaToya Hunter said went on that unneeded, unwarranted, unneeded desire or required rant. This was this same thing. I ain't know this came up, but you know, it did come up. Shout out to Bestie. I got this recording from Bestie or whatever. So I figured since I already talked about that one yesterday, may as well talk about this one today, girl. Why not? So I'm about to let you guys hear what Drew had to say when Bravo Andy asked her the questions about her and Ralph's divorce and where they're at now and so on and so forth. And then I'll be back with how I feel.
You know, this is your first time here since you and Ralph filed for divorce. I have some questions about your split. Is there truth to the rumor that you two were racing to the courthouse to be first to file?
Oh, Lord. It wasn't a race.
You want to consult with your attorney?
Make a phone call. No. I got to a point where enough was enough.
Okay.
And once he caught wind that I was planning to file.
Right.
Then it became a right.
Okay,
so
then it became
I don't
a
know
race.
if that's deflection or trying to change the narrative.
Okay. We've seen the two of you with your struggles. We've talked about this, Tampa, the whole thing, and there are some things that come up this season that haven't aired yet. What ultimately was the straw that broke the camel's back?
I think it was a culmination of just the years of enduring.
Right.
And enduring. And as a wife, you know, my parents have been married for 60 years. So I only saw two people who loved each other and constantly fought for their marriage. That's how I was raised. But I think at a point when it's public humiliation and dealing with things that are now coming out in front of the camera, and it was a breaking point.
How is your communication with Ralph right now? Poor, non-existent?
I mean, we communicate about the kids, but...
Good, okay. In hindsight, were your sister's concerns about Ralph being manipulative and controlling accurate? Okay. Did he ever file for custody of Josiah, by the way?
No.
He didn't?
If you read the petition, he didn't mention him.
Okay. How is his relationship with him? That was the first thing I thought of. I'm a little heartbroken because I know how much Josiah loves him and looked up to him. And it seemed like he was trying to do the right thing by him. So
yeah, it seemed that way.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say he's not. I'm not going to say that. But I think that, you know, there could be more. I just feel like it could be more cohesive.
Okay. I hope that he figures that out.
Yeah,
I hope they figure
for the
that
sake
out.
of the kids. And
Yeah.
I think through this process, I've really tried to just protect the kids.
Yeah, good.
And everything.
Looking back, do you think he was faithful to you throughout your marriage?
Ooh. Ooh. Well, I know that wasn't the case.
All right.
All right, y'all. Well, that's what Miss Drewski had to say, child. Look, let me tell you something. I feel bad for Drew. I do. I feel really bad for Drew. I hate that she has to go through this. I hate that her children have to go through this. Moreover, I hate that Ralph put all of them into this predicament when he just could have been honest from the very beginning. You know, I don't want people to feel like it's just automatically the man's fault every time a marriage fails, because in some instances and a lot of times it's not. It's not. You know, a lot of times two people do play a part in the ending of a relationship. But the issue that I have with Ralph is the narcissistic tendencies and ways that he goes about doing things. It isn't cool. And then he turns around and makes a person feel as if they're crazy, or they're not seeing what the hell they seeing, or they ain't heard what the hell they heard. That is the issue that I have. Like it's like, because from the optics and the outside looking in, it seems to me Drew was doing what she could do, what she was supposed to do. I mean, it isn't a situation, Ralph, where you're dealing with the woman that you have to take care of. You have to take care of her and your whole household. Her, all of the kids, all of the bills, the mortgage. You're responsible for buying the food, all that stuff. Like that wasn't the case. I mean, she did work. She's an actress. She got roles. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I mean, was it not enough sex? We know y'all have that because y'all got churned. So if it wasn't that, then if it wasn't financial, it wasn't sexual, what was it? I mean, was she too clingy? Did you not want the clinginess? I mean, what did she do, Ralph? That's all because I like Drew. And I really want to know what Drew did that made Ralph fall out of love with her. I really want to know. And I know it ain't none of my business, and we probably ain't never gonna know. And if he do try to tell us, it's gonna be some roundabout Stevie J leisure suit type answer. But I just, and you know what? Andy asked a really good question too when he asked about Josiah and his feelings, because he's right. That's what I mean. These guys get everybody's feelings involved and then turn around and be like, well, I just don't want this no more. And now you have children now, young children at that, and one that ain't yours. Ain't it one that ain't his, or two that ain't his? One is just the oldest son, and then she got two from him? Or was it two from somebody else? Is it just the one from him? Get me together in the comments, girl, because I can't remember her cheering like that. But, so many lives are going to be affected by this. I like how they brought up Allison, because in the grand scheme of things, Allison was absolutely 1000% right in her synopsis of Ralph and what she saw going on. She was right. She ain't told no lies on Ralph. She was right. And you chose not to talk to your sister and barred her from your house for 2 years. To only turn around and find out on national TV that everything people were saying about him and that you heard about him was absolutely 100% right. I feel bad for Drew. 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 I hate it for her. I hate it for her. But that now means Ralph is up for grabs. Okay, because see, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't want to marry him. I don't want him to be my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to be my man. I don't want him to be none of that. I just want to be his little thought pocket. That's really all I want. You know what I'm saying? That I could come out my house. You understand me? So it's since that's the case, and I lay you down, Drew, but I mean, girl, we ain't friends like that. He is up for grabs. It just is what it is. Screw y'all and y'all feelings. Screw how y'all feel. I don't care about y'all comments. Call me whatever you want. I welcome all of the slut shaming. When don't you do it? It is what it is. He up for grabs and says he don't want her no more. And both of them got a damn divorce. He gonna need somewhere to lay his head at night and want to think about things and so on and so forth. He could just do that here. Let me go and put in my bed before Scotty go, because see, Scotty probably already beat my ass to the damn front door while I'm sitting here gabbing with y'all. Let me go over there and beat that bitch to the corner, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Bye. Because I know she lying.